So this is our final part for the day. It's my really great pleasure to introduce our third, final, but definitely not least, professorial fellow, Professor Brian Djangirrawuy Gumbula-Garawirrtja. Brian is a Yolŋu ceremonial leader from the Birrkili Gupapuyŋu clan and knowledge fellow at the Indigenous Knowledge Institute. He's a musician, and I just heard some of his early music pre-Yothu Yindi last night over dinner, and my mind was blown. He's a musician in the early Arnhem Land popular band Soft Sands. His visual art is displayed in the Australian National Maritime Museum. He has long been engaged in culture, language, heritage, research, and holds a Master of Indigenous Knowledges from Charles Darwin University. His recent publications include writings on the long history of Yolŋu engagements with Asian seafarers. And Brian's going to be accompanied by Professor Aaron Corn, the director of the Indigenous Knowledge Institute, who collaborates closely in his research with Indigenous colleagues, communities, and serves as director of the National Recording Project for Indigenous Performance in Australia. So I'll hand over to Professor Brian to finish the day for us. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, colleagues and friends and distinguished guests. I am Brian Djangirrawuy Gumbula-Garawirrtja. I am a Yolŋu elder of a Gupapuyŋu clan, Lialanmir and Gupapuyŋu Birrkili. I'm also a professor and research fellow here at the Indigenous Knowledge Institute. I acknowledge the elders and the traditional owners of this land and the generation to come. I work to make sure that my people and knowledge will continue when I passed on. The knowledge I hold is rare and very important. Not many people know what Yolŋu leader knows. Learning what we know is hard work that takes lifestyle to learn. To become a Yolŋu elder leader and to work very hard, I had to prove to my elders and that I am a good person with a good judgment. I had to show that I will be responsible for the community good. To earn this responsibility, my formal education was through ceremony. Since I was a little, it's very important to pass on everything that I know further. Future leaders. When I run big ceremonies, my role is to give everyone their jobs. We have a very clear understanding of what we need to be done and who need to do it. All my research at the university is about recording this process so they are clear in the future. I've been doing this work since 2005, but our law is so big we are nowhere near finished. It's important that everyone understands Yolŋu knowledge, whether you are Yolŋu or not. Everyone can learn something special from our knowledge and help to keep our law strong. Most of my knowledge has never been documented, so we still have a lot of work ahead. This is a small part of what I know. So I'd like to introduce myself by saying in my Yolŋu Manikay in Yolŋu knowledge, accompanied by Professor Aaron Cohn, that will play didgeridoo while I sing. Michael. First song is tells that I'm a paperbark tree. Paperbark tree as a tree itself stands in the land of my own country and in my own significant ground. It goes like this. Oh, Michael Raratiri, Wadul Wadul. Michael Raratiri, Wadul Wadul, Dula Michael Raratiri, Bunbu, Gel, Molomo, Yara, Kalmanjangana, Garpera, Wajurkur, Mary. Michael Likanja Jipturuna Wangia Jiringa Malula Wapana. Whoa, that's a paperback that tells me that I am a Michael. I am a bush university with many pages. You know the paperback tree. You know that's our bush university, and it contains every knowledge in that tree for us as a Gupapuyŋu. And the next one is the honeybee that makes the home. Paperbark as a home, honeybee that builds the family, and then when they grow up, they fly to another destination and makes another home. Dol 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 veria look where you're So that's a forest in a country in forest land. That's where my knowledge has come from. And now this time my knowledge is from at the coastal in the sea, which is my own dreaming, which is rainbow snake, rainbow serpent. Monocle, it's called monocle. Dalalion maji, okoyorona bidembeda, okoyorona bidembeda, kay marana. Kukturuna Rabelingura Yakujango Dongun Lele Rongina Kalele Karawala Pakuda Kukturuna Luinga Winbara Maladula Kaitala la 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 Miro. Now that's a rainbow snake, the lightning snake. The last one day is when we spin the weave rope, the vine that goes from east to west and north to south to north, and this is our essence that goes through that long, and that's the motto. We call it our own being to another alliance, and to another clan, and to another clan, etc. Raja Puruton Kulungo Mabaroyar Raja Jagurur Miri Malara Miri Raja Ngara Uja Puruturona Maruin Miri Marja Ngara Puruton Kamaruala Kamarupu Yudare Oda Erburoyar Raja Bruton Gulunguma Dalupuma Dine 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 And that concludes my theology of my being here in university. Thank you very much. Any questions? Or anyone got questions to ask? Did I stun everyone, eh?
Sorry, we've got a question in the front here, yep.
I don't know if this is working, but Professor, can you tell me, this is probably a very silly question to ask, but what you've just shared with us now, the songs that you've shared with us now, have they been written at particular points in your life, or did you write them in one short period? Or can you give me an idea of how they developed for you?
Well, for my knowledge, that's when I knew the linguist in education, I heard the songs and then I wrote it myself and learned those songs and sequence, the tempos, the harmonize, and and it all comes together, and then I sing practically, then in a serious ceremony ground, and then I get there's some good people that judge and they coach us, and they say, yes, you're right, and yes, this is right, and this is no, etc. My elders. Yeah, my elders, or could be my elders, we call it Yota Yindi. Yota Yindi means the mother, and Yota means the children, the labours, like liberals and labours, but but this is much more sophisticated in our way.
It's true.
So you get they cross-check you that whether you sing the right song or sing the right beat or rhythm. So that's what it is.
Any other questions? Oh, okay. Yep.
That was amazing. Thank you so much. I was just curious, is that like a fishing trap thing or something? Just there, yes.
That shows me that I've got this strength, and I am not afraid of anything. If I'm wearing this and holding this, that I am a man. I'm a senior man and senior leader and senior spokesman. And we call it dalkaramiri, which is like a people who works in a court case that what do you call prosecutors or something, you know. But I proclaim with my significant dilly bag, as I'm holding. That tells me that I don't get shame or I don't get nervous, you know. Yeah.
Okay, we're pretty much at time. If anyone's got a quick question or... Yeah, there's a real quick one. Yeah, Ben.
Thank you. Is this on? Yeah. Thank you, Professor. I just had a quick thought and question when you were talking about the paperbark tree. And it makes a lot of sense to use like a particular species that's, you know, throughout country as, you know, like to put memory and wisdom in and that sort of thing. But did you have any thoughts on the way different initiated people or different mobs use a particular place for memory?
Yes, there's some certain places here. Yeah. There's certain places that have a paperbark, huge paperbark, where it all goes from a place called Jiliwiri. Jiliwiri is a place where there's a significant country that stood up and the branch is saying, I am Maiko, I am Gupapuyŋu, I am Garawirrtja, I am all these names of branches in different areas and different body parts. Yeah. This one is a loko from foot. Lokongora, Kandara is a and that the vines that goes around. That's Yolŋu all surrounded by, you know, but it doesn't die from that vine. It still stands strong, you know. And that is for Irija Moyoti. For Irija Moyoti, Maiko is our bush dictionary, our knowledge. That's our knowledge tree. And for Doa Moyoti, they have a stringy bark tree. You know, that's their knowledge of tree. So you can be a Doa or Irija. You can be what do you call in other, no, like yin yang or something?
Oh yeah, yin yang. They're the two sides of...
Two sides. You can't marry it in the same, you know. You have to be opposite. I've got a wife here. She's Tua and I am Irija.
Oh, thanks, Brian. We could actually literally talk for days and still unpack or try and understand your knowledge. So thank you very much for sharing. And join me in thanking Brian.